good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over our solid bucket conversion today and some of the advantages of a solid bucket and I guess the disadvantage of the solid bucket. So it is semi-rare for a performance engine to have a hydraulic bucket when we're talking like a camshaft directly over the bucket, where some engines use like a follower or a rocker or something like that that kind of separates the camshaft from actually actuating the spring. Our system, I started working on this really early when we started tearing these engines down and noticing the stock spring and I guess like the rates that were chosen for this. I mean, obviously they work really great in a lower performance engine, but when we start to turn the boost up, put them on aggressive two-steps, sustained high engine speed with a lot of cylinder pressure, then it definitely starts to come into our like solid bucket conversion kit. So we use a high quality pack spring. We designed our own retainer. It's a titanium retainer and it encapsulates a shim. So one of the big things I did when I designed the spring and retainer kit was I wanted the shim completely tucked inside the retainer. So when you're on a two-step, it couldn't fall out. Obviously it will be a little bit higher than that when you install it, but the potential for the valve to float and kick a shim is still possible. It's just, we did as much as we could to prevent the shim from falling out of the retainer. And we use a DLC bucket. This bucket is actually heavily used, almost no wear on the top of it, a little bit of wear on the side. And then the titanium retainer, this is a used retainer as well. We wanted to make sure that the shim wouldn't actually eat into the titanium and cause an issue there. You could just see a ring where the retainer was making contact with the shim, but nothing more than a witness mark. So the other situations that, like we talked about the two-step, high boost, high engine speed, the valve needs to close with boost pushing on it. And there'll always be some boost residual in the cylinder. But when we put it on two steps and stuff like that, we're putting like explosions into the exhaust and you hear it coming out the exhaust. So just imagine what's happening on the backside of those exhaust valves. So we increased seat pressure and open pressure to help combat that and have more stability in the valve train. Another thing is when you have a hydraulic system and that starts happening, the hydraulics, this thing moves, for example. So this is the auto adjust in the hydraulic system. So that's moving. So the hydraulics are going to go in through this, basically oil is going to go into this hole and fill this little chamber up with oil to try to maintain zero-ish lash, which is basically the gap between this plunger and the actual valve. So what happens when you start to get valve train instability where the valve is and the camshaft are no longer connected under control with the bucket, this thing can either pump up or it can pump down depending if it's getting slammed against it. So it's going to be very difficult for the oil to get back in this to fill it up. So sometimes you'll hear cars on a two-step and when they come off the two-step, it'll kind of sound like it's misfiring or it's kind of groggy. Or if engines just tend to lose a lot of power at high engine speed and high boost, the potential for your camshaft is essentially getting smaller as this bucket pumps down. It can't maintain it. So a solid situation is obviously just that, it's solid. There's no way for it to move. The only thing that's really going to change in this situation is temperature, growth in the cylinder head as it heats up, valves that get hotter. But so far, we haven't really talked about this kit a whole lot because I really wanted to test it in a lot of cars and make sure that it was like ready to go. But we haven't had to chase lash around So you don't like take everything apart, check lash, change shims, put it all back together. So far, the system has been extremely consistent. So these things are now available to purchase. They are a little bit expensive because you're getting all of this really nice stuff that, you know, we want to run in our cars. So we're gonna put it in your cars. But they're available to purchase. You'll get you'll get the retainer, the spring, the bucket, and then we actually send valve stems with it that we modify to fit this spring. But yeah, other than that, there's just really, the only disadvantage would be over a long period of time, the potential to have to re-shim these is a possibility. But other than that, it's like a must need for high power, sustain high engine speed, and like especially like a two-step and stuff like that.